Deepak, tell me something. You know, I was speaking to Lakshana just now, and she spoke to a student in turn who said, well, retest for all these people due to loss of time or whatever the reasons be, the order given by the Supreme Court. But there is a large, number of students who are still disgruntled. What are you picking up? Even, after this, are students coming? Are parents? Is there protest about? Do they feel this is unfair to just cherry pick on 1563 odd students? Deepak Bhadana.
Let's be clear about one thing. It's not just about those 1563 students. It's not even about a number of more students who feel left out. This is unfair to all 24 lakh students. If the exam is reconducted, all of them will have to reappear. They will have to do the exam all over, and they will also have to go through an agonizing wait, worrying about how they've performed. The bigger question here is that the sanctity of a very senior body such as the NTA, which conducts some of India's most prestigious examination, stands tarnished. This is not me saying it, this is the Supreme Court's statement on the subject. As of now, we've been covering the protest since its very beginning, which was 3 days back, and it started outside NTA's office. And let me point out, throughout the day, even as young students and their families picketed NTA's office, there was not one point of communication between NTA and the students. So for the students, not only was NTA in denial, it was also, there was a complete lack of transparency, and there was no accountability. So for the students, there is an absolute lack of trust in the NTA today. They've already pointed out a number of concerns. That the NTA has acknowledged that there was some discrepancy in the way grace marks were awarded. This is just one issue. There were problems, there were allegations of paper leaks, there were problems with the OMR sheet, with how the marks were distributed, with how the rankings were brought out. And now, when the counseling happens, one must remember that all the ranks that have been declared so far will be reshuffled based on how these 1563 students perform. Furthermore, there is a vast number of students. The people that I have talked to allege that the number stands as high as 16,000. Now, while that may be a bit of an exaggeration, the fact is that a vast number of students who couldn't complete their paper might not have even, applied to the High Court or the Supreme Court in the first place. What happens to them? That is another question that needs to be answered.
All right,
so,
Deepak, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you on all the aspects, like you've said, that it is not just about these students. Overall, there is a sense of betrayal, and there is a sense of denial from the NTA because no answers are coming from there. And like you said, the danger is that NTA, being the highest body which conducts a lot of examination, what about the credibility of this body going forward?